welcome to an episode of Shots, movie reviews by filmmakers. I'm Chandler. I am a writer, producer, and actor.
I'm Max. I've directed a few movies.
Yeah. And you work in camera.
I work in camera, but
We do all kind of things.
yeah,
Today we're going to
many
be
hats,
many hats.
as you gotta have out here.
Today we're going to be reviewing the 2021 film Lamb, originally titled Go to Sheep. It is a Icelandic foreign film, so we did watch subtitles for this film, and it's distributed by A24.
Correct. Their international offices.
I am going to use the actors' first names, and I am not going to butcher their last names because I will. But
She's from the South, y'all.
it stars Nomi, who was in Prometheus, Hilmar, and Bjorn. Their names will be in the description. And the director-writer is Vladimir Johannesson.
Sure.
And yeah, I think overall it was
Right out the
not a
gate,
favorite.
let's say this. If we're going on recommendations, I don't know about stars and recommendations. The movie itself is not good.
No.
It's not enough.
And I will say, as a
It's
disclaimer,
got good things.
it's a first-time director. Now, this director is known for special effects.
True.
He did Rogue One, Oblivion, Prometheus, which I assume is where he met the main star, Transformers, so he knows
Right.
big-budget movies, and this is his first, low-budget indie chance to direct. I wish he had someone that helped him with the screenplay, but I just wish they had fleshed out the story a lot more.
Yes, they didn't. This isn't a knock on this guy. I'd rather see this and it misses than some film by committee where it's point A, point B, everything's cookie cutter. This is cool. It's a good idea.
And it's it's a story. I feel like we left watching it being is this a folklore or a folktale?
It has the folklore feeling. The cinematography is super atmospheric. Not a lot of talking in the first 15 minutes.
We didn't realize we didn't have the subtitles on for 15 minutes because no one talked. Some key points I will say. Basically, this is without ruining anything. They discover a lamb who is not fully, it's half human. That's said in the trailer,
Yes.
so I'm not ruining
Not ruining anything.
So right then I was there's an evil, it's horror meets fantasy, and that's why I was very initially into
folklore.
it. Folklore. Beautiful landscaping. I will give them that. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful shots. You're definitely in it because it's a rural movie of you're thrown into what it is like on farm life. The main actors are actually birthing lambs.
Yes.
They really did.
It's beautiful.
Which you had a thing with the gloves.
Gift of life. I would wear gloves, but I'm in Los Angeles.
But I feel overall
Yes.
the third act should have been the first act.
That would have set up.
Combined with the first.
That would have set up that would have set the board right.
Yeah.
Where it's okay, from here, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna do that thing that we can't say?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
But then it leaves, this whole story changes because it changes from a fantasy horror to a quest.
Right.
And I wonder.
A revenge tale.
A revenge tale. And I wonder now that I'm thinking about it, it's a little bit of a revenge tale already. Did he have a completely different premise and then couldn't get the funding?
I wonder.
Because he's special effects. So the main special effect is at the end.
Well, the lamb child.
The lamb child
You truly don't see that much, and they probably, we've done all of our research. They probably just use when there's so many shots of just the heads, so it looks real.
Yeah, there's clearly when they're holding the child like a baby and it's wrapped up in a blanket most of the movie, it is clearly a real baby lamb.
Yeah.
And up until the child is like
looks like
4 and it's supposed to be walking, can you tell it's like CGI?
Right. I will say, as far as story goes, which we're tearing apart because there wasn't there.
There wasn't one.
There wasn't one. I get that they had like a miscarriage or their other child's dead or blah, whatever it is. The story itself, if you watch it, you'll understand, was not there. I liked, in terms of things though that happened that I'm surprised by, the uncle character, the brother uncle.
Right.
I liked that he kind of came
Side
around.
character.
That was the not realistic, but that was the, if you were a person who showed up there and be like, what the fuck is happening? And then, but over time, you'd be like, clearly this is okay. I'm okay with it if they're okay with it. I'm still a sleazeball in the different scenes, but I liked that his character was like, yeah, now I'm taking it,
Yeah.
walking and
It was a
everything.
good
like
character arc for
that.
him.
Good character arc.
I will say, and this is a big thing. I hate plot holes. That movie left me with so many questions because I don't mind. We're gonna talk about another movie later on, but I don't mind being thrown into a movie with nothing, like cold.
Yeah.
I don't like that I leave more confused than when I started.
Yes.
And I feel like with that, every act, I had questions. Like they mention 15 minutes in, like time travel. And it's clear, like they mention that to kind of show without showing they've lost a child.
Yes. One of them's like, I guess that means you could go back in time too.
Yeah.
And they're like,
But it's like there's like little
died.
Easter eggs.
That do not get, there's no resolve. There's no,
Like I love the character part that like the brother is cool and he was like a rocker and shit. But it's like,
and
where did
that
go?
he is not, he himself is like, they've got a better life than I do. Even
Yeah.
though I did this cool thing, it's like they're two people who are in love and they're happy, and they've got a kid that makes that.
And I feel like
Cool character. You know what? Now that we're talking about it, he was the best character.
Bjorn. Bjorn, you were the best character. We liked you the most. I also think Hilmar, the father, the husband, I felt he was so unlikable.
Because he was a little bitch.
Cause like you're like at the beginning, I was like, did he fuck a sheep?
Oh,
And then like
I did not have that
There were
feeling.
so many questions. I'm like, huh?
they should have addressed that at some point, and they never. Like they had.
They
You
did.
should have, because like a human would be like, "What is this?"
Yeah. I
This
feel like
is a human sheep. Did you fuck? Even jokingly be like, "So you fucked a sheep?"
yeah. Up until
They didn't do that.
the brother didn't even ask him, which is weird. I would ask my brother.
He's like a crass, straightforward guy.
Up until, no exaggeration, the last 5 minutes, were you like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why has no one literally talked about the lamb in the room and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. Does the brother say at one point, "What the fuck"?
He says, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, and
And
calls
I
it
was
an
like, "Hey,
animal.
dude, we're happy. Leave us alone." And that's enough. But they should have been. Someone needs to be like,
Huh?
What the fuck?"
Well, I also think, too, like, we left being like, what was the...
Oh yeah, what's moral? Why did this story need to get told? And the answer is it didn't, because there was no, "Oh, let's cheer for the good guys." There was none of that.
Yeah.
There was none of, "Oh, that's how a good person can go bad." There was none of that. It was just, it ended, and you're like, "Oh, the movie's ready to start now," and then it ended,
But
and
we
you're
were
like,
already
"Well,
an hour and 40
fuck."
minutes in, and we were like, oh, no.
So that is why we cannot. I'm not recommending it. Chandler likes gives sympathy to these sorts of
I
things.
say it was my first Icelandic foreign film, which is so I'm always gonna remember it for that.
I'll remember this.
It was unique and beautiful landscape. Therefore, will I ever watch it again? No. That's how I categorize it.
True.
Am I glad I saw it? Yeah.
I'll agree with both those things. I'm glad they tried to do something.
I'm glad they
cool.
tried to do something cool.
Tried to do something different.
And I think this director with the right budget and better writers could do some cool shit.
Because like.
So I'm gonna
yeah.
give it a 4.5.
All right. That's good. That is.
I think that's
I'll
fair.
give it a 4.1. 4-1. 4-1.
4.1, 4.5.
Out of 10.
Lamb 2021, it is available only on Amazon Prime. You can rent it for $4.99. You can buy it for $13, but I highly suggest just renting it. And yeah, this has been an episode of Shots.
Shots.
With Chandler
And Max. Hello.